the end of Halo 2, we thought it would be a really cool idea if we got a lot of people involved with making some more multiplayer maps.
Most people spend their time in the multiplayer maps, not in the single-player ones.
The importance of all the different things you can do is wildly changing.
It's easy to get the concept. I'm here to defend this base.
10 seconds remaining.
So we split into 4 groups.
Fresh ideas.
Non-stop action.
Bang, bang, bang.
Frantic game of whack-a-mole.
It's a lot of new eyes.
Definitely see stuff that you're like, how the hell did they do that?
I think you're exaggerating.
Swing. Just like everybody else, we were getting a little bit tired of playing some of the same maps over and over, so it was a great opportunity to get more maps out there.
Double kill. Triple kill. Killtacular.
Containment is a big map.
It's definitely the biggest map in the downloadable content.
2 team capture the flag, 8 on 8.
This map is so big the Xbox can't even hold it.
We're visiting the quarantine zone. These zones were created by the Sentinels in order to prevent the flood from escaping further and infecting even more of the Halo structure. It was supposed to be just a straight-up conversion of Timberland from Halo PC.
The bases are more intricate.
Because they're basically the Sidewinder bases.
And more interesting.
Change it even further.
More dynamic.
Just change it all together.
2 rocket launchers. There's also 2 sniper rifles. 2 warthogs. A Banshee. And then outside of your wall is a tank. We tried to do some things that the other big maps didn't, incorporating the tank, hopefully effectively this time.
They sort of flesh out their ideas with Max or riding shotgun over all of them, making sure that they're not getting too crazy.
We were going to have what we call boo bags. They would just be these clusters of these boogers all over the level that would explode and harm you. Max decided that they bounced too much, so he made them pretty static.
If they're going to make a change for artistic reasons, it's really helpful when they also can think, how is this going to affect actual gameplay?
Whenever you ask Cotton or Paul about it, they get pretty upset because they like them the way they were.
You wonder why this map took 3 months to make.
There wasn't really any precedent for bouncing testicles of death. I hate video games.
What?
Backwash is a humid environment. In all our other multiplayer maps, you can see the other player from a quarter mile away. Here, you can't.
We knew we had to make a small, like 4-player Slayer-style map. The idea came up to use the Halo 1 swamp as this foggy arena.
Old and crusty Forerunner.
We're saying this is on the Delta Halo, and it's actually an area very similar to the place on the Alpha Halo where the Chief met Guilty Spark. In fact, we actually have a monitor of the Delta Halo. He's flying around the environment. We definitely were looking to encourage the short game, so you'd be more inclined to use weapons like shotguns and the sword. It's very easy to spawn and instantly see where everybody's fighting because you see plasma bolts in the fog and you know exactly where everybody is, so you just go charging over there. And Nathan's favorite tactic is to get up here on this little metal protrusion, then he's just lobbing grenades down at people.
I'm kind of the resident griefer. I kill everybody on my team, laughing the top of my lungs.
Nathan's griefing is well balanced by his lack of skill.
Yeah, no one likes Nathan.
Yeah. You know, this map will be a success if people love to play Slayer Halo at its simplest form. It should be one of these places where it's just fun to find the high spots and gain elevation through jumping. And when you do that and you pull it off, I don't know, I feel like a Halo god.
And we got glow bugs. It doesn't get any better than that.
Terminal. It's a train terminal. Exists in New Mombasa.
It's supposed to be Zanzibar Plus.
What if we took Zanzibar to the next level? What would that map be?
It's completely asymmetrical. There are 2 bases, but it's not a mirrored environment or an environment that is rotated so it's identical on both sides. The nature of it is it's imbalanced. So the attackers have a starting location and the defenders have a base, but they're not equal in like which one is easier to defend or easier to attack.
The only real dynamic element is the train.
If you play too close to the tracks, you'll die.
Most of our Halo 2 maps play in single flag CTF. The vehicles are fun, but they're not a key component of how you win or lose that. And we wanted to make a vehicle encounter significant. You cannot ignore the Wraith. The Wraith is a big deal. You need to take out the Wraith if you're an attacker. If you're a defender, you want to preserve the Wraith.
Everything that we're thinking about is balance. We put a lot of thought into making sure that a guy on foot can destroy that vehicle.
No rocket launcher.
No rocket launcher.
No rocket launcher.
It's a big design issue.
I think they've actually softened on that position a little bit. There's now a rocket on terminal.
Okay, people who are good with the Wraith, we've added the rocket launcher back in the terminal, which we didn't want to do in the first place. We tried to specifically design this map so we didn't have to use the rocket launcher, but now because people have gotten so good with the Wraith, the rocket launcher's back in there.
It's pretty rare that you'll get people just sitting in a spot and being cowardly. I hate cowards.
Sudden death.
This is a remake of Longest, one of the maps in Halo 1. It's supposed to be this dirty cargo freighter. 2 parallel hallways with bases at either corner.
You can see Earth. You can see the moon. I thought about that I really hated about Longest that I wanted to fix. The ladders really destroy the realism.
I've never seen a ladder I like.
You have this vertical motion, but you don't see your hands doing that. But we got rid of all the ladders. Everybody hated ladders.
The really nice thing about this map is that there's total mobility.
It's a fairly simple map so that it's easy to navigate, easy to understand.
One of the ways that you can get to the second floor from the ground floor is to take advantage of these boxes that are moving around.
Gameplay-wise, they create a very huge change because they create this jumping path that you can get between the 2 levels on the map from any point.
One of the interesting things that just kind of fell out of this design, and this is not intentional, if you were on the conveyor belt, even though you're moving faster than the motion sensor, if you're standing still, you don't show up. It has like this one thing that we've never had before, which is you can hide and actually end up in a different spot than you were, and the whole time you won't be on the motion sensor.
I wanted to put the ladders back in, but make them slanted so that you didn't have the same horrible problems that you did.
He never expressed that to us.
Yeah, I never expressed that.
He would have got shot down.
That would have been a problem.